folks? Welcome back. It's another edition of Pardon the Brickruption. This is number 10. What's up, Corey? How are you?
See, we take. This is what happens when we take too long to do these shows, man. We get all rusty. The equipment's not working. But man, good to see you, man. How's everything, man?
Pretty good. I can't complain, man. Fresh off the boat, man. So, like, I'm rejuvenated. I should say rejuvenated. Just hit the came back from the South Florida, man, and man, them folks in Orlando showed up. So,
oh yeah. I mean, what else? What else is there to do when there's a Lego convention in town? You just gotta go. So let's rock.
Oh yeah. First up, brick conventions. So let's talk about the one down in Florida. I'll go first. Man, bro. Here's the thing. Throughout, I guess, a Lego Master's career, right? You're gonna get invited to some shows, right? And it just so happens that me and you are the best of friends, and we're we're on two ends of the rope here. So you are invited by Brick Universe, and I'm invited by Brick Convention, right? If those that don't know, there's a history between that. It's family ties that happen to I guess they say split or branch out. We won't say split. Split sounds messy. So they happen to branch out.
Yeah.
So I can't invite you to come over to me because that's going to mess up your thing with them and vice versa. So, the show was last weekend, and man, like the flight was quick. Shout out to my man Eminar, man. He came to pick your boy up from the airport, man. We went down to Disney Springs to the Lego store for a bit. Different scenery, man. It was perfect. It was nice, man. And then he rushed me over to the convention hall so I can set up. And man, it was. I'm gonna tell you, Orlando showed out, bro. Like it was packed wall to wall. These folks are serious about meeting their Lego masters, man. And it was just so many. It felt great to be amongst the people again.
Yeah. And that's some of the cool things about conventions, right? Because like as Lego masters, we tend to have a different experience than the regular AFOs that go to the conventions. They usually go and display their work and all that good stuff, but we get to interact with the fans, and we get people calling our names and lining up, and we don't know them, but they know us. And, and some of them they sit and they watch us on repeat. And they're freaked out and they're shocked to see us in person, and just being able to feed off that energy and just be like, hey, we're regular people and we're just so happy that you came out. Here's an autograph and everything like that. Right. Kids love that. People love that. So, I'm happy to know that you kicked off the season right in Orlando.
Oh yeah, man. And and I'm gonna say not that, they Grayson down at a brick convention, he definitely know how to, attract the crowd. How to treat the talent. Not to say that I have any talent, but he know how to treat the talent, and he know how to put on a good show, man. And so the people enjoyed. Like it was smiles all around the joint, man. It was smiles all around. I could definitely see this location because this convention has many locations throughout this year, but this location in Florida will grow by next year. I can guarantee it's probably going to be at a bigger venue because the reception that it got on that Saturday and Sunday.
So this is part of the Brickruption. So that Brickruption comes from that word like interruption. So I'm gonna disturb something a little bit. I'm gonna ask you something I know is gonna be near and dear to your heart. Mm-hmm. Now, a couple years ago, we was on a circuit and we were connected to Brickfest Live. Now, looking at Brick Convention and Brick Universe, there's a lot of similarities to the format of the convention to Brickfest Live. Right. Let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. Do you think that Brick Convention and Brick Universe can one day overtake Brickfest Live?
I think so, because I'm gonna tell you this, like, before we went on that junket with Brickfest Live. I was good friends with the person that runs that, and it seemed like he took his model, his business model, from the A-Falls and all the people that supported him when Lego Masters came out. He rushed to the bank and capitalized. It's a business. I get it, Chad. I get it. It's a business, right? But in the end, like what's going to happen is you're rushing to get that dollar, and eventually people get tired of seeing the same show over and over again. See, his show still looks like from 2 years ago, minus you and me. So, you go to the same shows, or the same cities, I should say, with the same acts. People get tired of it and you get bad reviews. People will stop actually patronizing your show. They'll go to Brick Universe, which is in town. They'll go to Brick Convention, which is in town. They'll go to Chicago, Brick World Chicago, because I can see Brick World Chicago branching out to other cities, because they're already at a few other cities, but I guarantee you that they'll probably put more on their year calendar. So I don't think any one of these shows will overtake a Brickfest Live, but I can see that it's going to be so much saturation that it will get overshadowed and people forget about it.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Grandmasters Australia. Are you in?
Oh my goodness. First off, I'm not in. I'm not in because I'm not from Australia. Let me tell you something about Australia. Australian Lego Masters their marketing. They understand their model. They understand the brand of Lego Masters. They really, and it is so weird. It's kind of bizarre because in Australia, if you were on the show Lego Masters and you go to a convention, you're just a regular person. They don't really treat you like you're a celebrity. They don't look at you as a celebrity in Australia. You're just a person that was on a show. That's it. As opposed to here in America, we could go to a Lego convention and we'll get people coming up. They want to sign our autographs and everything like that. But Let me tell you this. When they started the advertisement, and I'm seeing the host, and they're walking out, my man in the full Doctor Strange garment. I'm looking at it like, you got me sold already. I'm like, what is about to happen? And then I see all the old contestants. I see my man Henry walking out.
Yes.
I see some heavy hitters from season 4. I think the winner of season 4, who now works at Lego. I saw him walking out there. I'm looking at this like Josh, I think his name is. I'm looking at this like, whoa, what is this? I'm like, is this really happening? I see the Grandmasters. I'm like, there's hope. There's hope. That is amazing. That is amazing to see. I think the show is going to be just out of sight, and people is going to be drawn in because people have, I'm a wrestling fan. So, oftentimes I like to do stuff called fantasy book. Like, man, what if Stone Cold Steve Austin went up against Hulk Hogan in his prime? What would that look like? Now you get to see that on a Lego Master scale. What if the first Lego Master winner goes up against the last Lego Master winner? How is that going to look? Like, how are their work? How did he improve for 4 years as opposed to someone who's fresh off of that win?
Right.
I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this concept. I can't wait for that to come to America.
Yeah, man, I can't. I mean, like, I'm excited about the mashup, even like with this show here, with the Australian show. Man, like all my Australian favorites, and it's all of them, right? Like it's all of them because they got the moxie attitude with the extravagant builds, right? I think that it's going to be great when this show hits the US because, man, Corey, you get to come back and I don't know, maybe they mix you up with the winner from last season. Maybe they mix you up with somebody. They mix you up with somebody from season 1, maybe and that it's a big melee. They mix that everybody, all the talents up, right? So maybe they mix you up with one of the grandpappies.
Listen,
maybe
I'm already being called one of the grandpappies because I got the little touch of gray starting to come in. Everything. I'm like, wait a minute, whoa, hold on. I'm like, listen, there's a couple of guys before me who got some touches of gray. But you know what? Here's something I'm going to throw at you real quick if we have time.
Yeah.
So this is a question that we often get in conventions when we're up on stage with the other Lego Masters from different seasons. They ask, well, if you couldn't be partnered up with your original partner, which was my brother, who would you want to be partnered up with in a future episode of Lego Masters? So I'll pose the question to you. Out of the 3 seasons that came out, who would you want to be partnered up with if Jermaine couldn't come out and do it with you?
Mark Crickshank, without a doubt.
I hate you.
He said, "I hate you, Mark," without a doubt. Mark is my guy.
I would have chose Mark too. But man, if I had a chance to do it again, and I can go in with a different person, I probably would have chosen Steven from season 3 just to mix it up. Steven, what was it? Steven. Well, they call him nickname is Crash.
Okay.
I think me and him, we have a lot of things in common, and I think we would vibe very well off of each other. We would be a yin and yang type of thing. He's very wild and very, right in your face, and I'm more, kind of subdued and everything. So I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Good mix up. I hope it happens. I hope I get selected. I'm going.
Likewise.
The boy definitely gonna give him a show. I'm definitely gonna give him a show.
I'm ready to tear it down. Yeah, man. It's gonna be
down, boy.
Dope.
Lego 2K Drive Fast. Awesome.
Oh my goodness, awesome. Give me that game right now. Race cars brought me back to Lego. That got me out of my dark age. So to see something like this, I am a kid that grew up playing Need for Speed.
Okay.
So I used to play Need for Speed. I used to have all the games of Need for Speed. So racing is my game. I love racing. And if I'm going to take Lego and racing and put it together, listen, man, you got me sold, man. I'm buying that game for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up on when I was all PlayStation. I grew up on the race games, not just Need for Speed, like all the ones like that, but also like Street Racing Syndicate, like all those things, all those corny like race car games.
Midnight Run, was it? Gran Turismo,
yeah, all those, right?
Yeah.
I love the fact that they are putting these speed champions in this game, right? Like the ones that you can buy on the shelf, they're in the game. The ones you can even create. And here's something: it's an open world story, bro. You could choose multiple players. You could build your own vehicle. It's high octane Lego racing, right? It's fast paced, game. You have unique customization, of course, with over 1,000 unique Lego pieces available for you to build your racer. All right. You could play solo. We could play together. You know what I mean? I think that, pardon the Brickruption, but I think a couple shows back, I told you that Lego possibly would go virtual. I didn't say exactly how, but I think that this is the gateway of them being virtual.
You did mention that. You did say that, and yes, you did say that.
So if you was going to pick up a copy, you can get the regular copy, $59.99, right? It's released on May 19th, or you can get the awesome edition. More bang for your buck for a nice $100, just 1 cent under $100. You can get the awesome edition. I think I rarely buy deluxe packages on games, but I think I'm gonna splurge a little bit on this one, just because this here. And I got to look at the game. It's on YouTube. The trailer's on YouTube, and it is I want to say that the only thing I didn't like about this game is that it does look like Chase McCain, Lego City Undercover, right? It
Right,
looks
right.
like so but it has an open world just like GTA 5, right?
Got you.
Um, and so I can appreciate that. What do you think?
So yeah, I mean, there was one again. Go back to Need for Speed. Need for Speed had racing, and then there was a game. There was a version of Need for Speed that came out called Most Wanted. And
Mm-hmm.
in Most Wanted, you had an open world, so you
Mm-hmm.
can customize your car. You can drive down that world, and because you're always running from the cops, you can speed by the cops. The cops will start chasing you. You can find other races, and you'll
Right.
link up, and you'll start racing. I love games like that just immerse me into the world. And I think what Lego is doing that is pretty smart is they're marketing this to the kids, obviously, but they're also having some of the well-known AFOs and some Lego masters talking about the game and offering the game as a way to bring more eyes to the product. So I think they're
Right.
doing a great job, and that I think they understand how to market this game. That price, though, are we talking about this? Is this game open to all the consoles like Xbox and PlayStation?
Yes,
Like, is that
sir.
open to all of them? Okay,
I'll
so
run the list down. It's open to PlayStation 5 for the Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PC, and that's what launched it, and even Nintendo Switch. All right. So online, you get to 1 to 6 players with an open world driving game.
okay,
So I think you get the full bang for that $100 or that $59.99, whatever you choose. I think that like the $100 one probably come with a robust package with downloadables that you can get. And that's just it. If you're playing in the open world concept, that you'll run into all those open, those downloadable contents and stuff like that. And it's probably going to be updates and patches where you can kind of like what they say, like in the GTA skins, you probably be able to actually trick out your ride even more once they do those patches and those updates as well.
very cool.
Yeah, not bad, man.
Wait
I'm
for
in
that.
on it. I'm in on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, you got BTS sold out. Is it I told you so? What was the success like? What was the marketing on that?
It seems like the marketing was right on point. I think that Lego has a golden ticket with these types of sets. You
Mhm.
had the Seinfeld set that came out. You had the Friends set that came out. What was it? The Office, I believe, that came out. So these type of sets with these sitcoms, people like those sets. They like to build those little iconic things. And BTS, I mean, they're big, they're huge.
Mhm.
This is the now, and this is
Mhm.
what Lego has to do. Lego has to get on the now instead of coming on later. I guarantee you, if this same set came out 2 years later, if this came out 2 years later, it would not have the same success. Why? Because people probably wouldn't be talking about BTS. They'll be talking about something else. So Lego saw it. They were able to get on board quick. They were able to build the set out, get it out,
Right.
and now they're sold out. The price point is right. The marketing was right. They understand this segment of people, and that's why they sold out. So so Lego, this is how you market to people. So let's continue to do that.
Yeah, I think they know how to market. It's just the just I guess it's the people that are doing the legwork or not to be lazy, right? Because you could push out an awesome product, but if nobody knows about it or it's pushed to the wrong market, then it could fail. With this right here, I think this was just a fail safe because you're talking about BTS and it's a very popular music band. And
Mhm.
so, not only you had the Lego enthusiasts that are probably would most likely be after this set, but then you have the BTS enthusiasts, and that's just a whole nother market, right?
Yeah,
Just like, you probably have some, for lack of better terms, because they're in hot water, is Lords of the Rings or what's the other movie? Harry Potter. Like you have the Harry Potter fans, right? Movie fans, maybe not so much on the Lego tip, but I'm gonna pick up that Harry Potter Lego because I'm a Harry Potter fan, right?
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
and so and I think that's this case right here. Like you have those outsider fans, even like for instance, the Fast and Furious, Paul Walker. There was a lot of Fast and Furious fans that picked up, Dom Toretto's, Charger. And then when Paul Walker came out, they were in trying to get in line before the set was even hitting the shelf, but they were looking for it. And
But
so,
let me tell you something though. That Skyline went quicker than Dominic Toretto's Charger. And the reason why, that same Charger design is in about 4 sets. It's in about 4 different Lego sets. So there wasn't nothing special about that set. That Skyline was very, very special. Here's another thing, real quick. I just saw this earlier today, and I didn't speak to you on it, but it kind of connects to this.
Right.
In the Lego certified store in Australia and New Zealand, they are having a limited time only half price on the foosball table, the Black Panther bus, and the new Hulkbuster. Half price. They cut them half price. Now, let me ask you a question. If the marketing was right on all 3 of these, do you think that they will have those half price, or will they be sold out?
I think they would be sold out, bro. I think they would be. I think they would be. I think they would be sold out.
Lego, you know what you got to do,
right? It's a no-brainer that this set did so well, because you got all the little teeny boppers and all, that love BTS. So yeah, that was destined to happen, and we talked about it last time. I said it, it was dynamite that they were just going to sell that just that fast.
Exactly.
All right, tell me. I know that you don't have experience in lugs, but is it cool to be the whistleblower or try to be?
Yes and no. It is hard to become a disruptor because you are essentially going against the grain, right? So in a way, me and you became whistleblowers because we talked about that Black Panther set.
Right.
As a result, a lot of conversations happened. A lot of people started talking. A lot of people in Lego got wind of what we were talking about, and it stirred up.
Right.
And you want that, right? You want those conversations because hopefully, hopefully we want positive, actions to take fold.
Right.
However, there's another side to that. When you become a whistleblower, you then start to isolate yourself. And when you start to isolate yourself, people do not want to be around or associated with you. When that happens, opportunity that you would hope to have tends to disappear. So, I mean, if you're going to be a whistleblower, do what you believe. You're right. Do what you believe. Do what you think is right.
Right.
But understand that you're going to be putting yourself in fire, and you're going to have to stand in there. You're going to have to take it, and if you're going to believe in something, stand on it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like you becoming a whistleblower, you take on a persona of, trying to be the hero, but you do it so long enough that you see yourself as the villain, right? And I say that like, yeah. Yeah, you become the hero, but then you become the villain, right?
Where's that coin? I need a coin.
Yeah. Somebody said it, right?
Yeah.
And for instance, there's something that's going on where a person is actually calling wolf, right? They're crying wolf, and they're crying to Lego, wolf, right? And there's no wolf there, right? And so it becomes a point where Lego gets tired of this person calling wolf all the time, and if the people in the organization don't remove that person for calling or crying wolf, this is like 50 11th time, that organization will lose recognition, right? And that's a possibility. That's a strong possibility because you get tired of dealing with that one person, and so you cut off the head, despite the whole thing, right? So you don't have the problem anymore, and that could happen if they allow this person to continue on in this organization with Lego, right?
Wow.
And so, and it's a shame because it's like, it's something that can't be resolved because the person been told to stop, and it continue on crying wolf. And the thing about it is that Lego's great for being, a part of the community and being open to the community. You yourself, sir, can write a letter to Lego and they would read that letter and take it into consideration, right? So anybody can write a letter to Lego on anything, and they will take it into consideration because they keep their ear low to the ground. And so, but with that, it's tough to filter out what's real and what's fabricated, just to get attention, or like in my instance, the person's trying to sink a ship. They're trying to sink the ship. They don't care because they're not the captain of the ship, and they're trying to sink it. And so they can be like, hey, it never happened on my watch. Well, you caused it to happen. you caused the ship. Yeah, it didn't happen on my watch when I was low president. It didn't happen because you caused this, right? And so if the good people of that organization don't vote that person out, that person can have what they want. So you become, don't get me wrong, it's good to be the honest citizen and put a light on what was wrong. But if you kind of holding everybody to the fire and you're burning this person, you burn that person, I'm gonna burn this whole thing down because I'm not getting what I want. That's the villainous in you.
Folks, there's some good, there's some bad in Lugs and in Lego. Just gotta stick with the good. That's it.
Stick with the good. That's right. That's right. Stick with the good. All right. So we are trying to keep credibility on the show. There was a viable source of information. We made an error last time when we were talking about the LGBTQ versus J.K. Rowling, right? Our errors was that we said that Harry Potter saved Lego. In fact, Harry Potter sales didn't save Lego. It was actually the Bionicle line that saved Lego from bankruptcy. So
I remember saying that, and I do apologize for my error. I didn't do the research prior. I kind of went based off of my own knowledge and other conversations that I've had with other people. So it could have definitely just been misconstrued, and that's fine. I will say this: if Bionicle saved Lego from bankruptcy, I hope that what they gave people as a free set is not the direction that they're going with Bionicle. Listen, people, we talked about this last time. If you're gonna do Bionicle, I want to see some mask. I want to see the actual mask. I don't want to see no thing, no sticker on it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's do it right. Let's do it.
You gotta be honest. Be honest about it.
That's it.
All right, time for Brick It or Break It. 2-minute drill. 2 minutes on the clock and go. Indiana sets. Is it a day one? You brick it or break it?
Yeah. I'm gonna brick it. I'm gonna break it. We don't get a lot of Indiana Jones sets, Western sets and stuff like that. So I think that's gonna be a big hit for a lot of people. And the movie, I think the new movie is coming out. I believe so. That's gonna be nostalgia for people. So yeah, why not?
I think you can hold the movie, my friend. I'll definitely take these sets. It's definitely day one. I missed the old Indiana Jones because I wasn't in the Lego back then, but I'll definitely take these.
There you go.
All right. Horizon Forbidden West, 90% off, sale drop. You brick it or breaking?
I'm gonna brick it. Prices are too high. Some sets, the prices are just aimed way too high. You're gonna get a few people getting that, but what's the percentage of those few people that go and get that as opposed to the bulk of people saying, you know what, I'll just wait for that to go on sale. I'll just wait for that to go on clearance.
Now, you know, the pay increase, the price increase was 30%. You only get 19 off. You still overpaying. So I'll break it on that. The Up House, is it a day one set? Breaking
Day
the break.
one, absolutely is a day one. I'm breaking it. I mean, it looks great. The design looks great. I mean, they coming out with some great styles of their houses. Why not?
All right. Yep. I think so. I think this is definitely day one. I'm breaking it. Classic Defender, breaking it on day one. Breaking it.
That's another day one right there. Like these are some powerhouse sets. You want to get those sets in your collection ASAP. You do not want to wait for a reviewer to tell you to get them. Get them things ASAP.
Yes, man. Sports utility vehicle, a real one that climb the side of a mountain. I think this is definitely a day one. I'm breaking it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Another. What's the likely of another Lego blockbuster film? You breaking it?
Oh man, I might be breaking this one. The last film that came out for Lego Lego Movie 2, that was about a good 5 years ago or so, give or take. I don't see them coming out with another movie. It took a lot of money to build those things. It takes a lot of time to build those things. And in this post COVID era, I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm breaking it, man. I think that their last few movies, even with Ninjago, kind of went to the wayside. I think the storyline just lagged a little bit. Star Luster was there, but the storyline just lagged a little bit. So I'm kind of breaking this one. And with that, we are out of time. What's next on your agenda?
This weekend I will be in Memphis. We talked about Brick Universe, Brick Convention. So I will be at Brick Universe in the Inspire Tour. So the Inspire Tour has a lot of great Lego artists that are going to be displaying their work. I'm very thankful and very happy that they've invited me back to be a part of their Inspire Tour. I will be doing a few dates with them in the coming future. I'm really excited about that. I have some big things coming up, some big events that I'm going to be working with different companies and stuff like that. I'm making moves, man. At the end of the day, slow feet can't eat, so I got to keep moving.
That's true. I am in Virginia this weekend and hope to be in Minnesota next month, maybe Memphis afterwards, and we hope that Brickworld Chicago. Might not see you till Brickworld Chicago. That's a big one coming up, right?
Okay. You know who you sound like right now? You sound like a brother of ours from our season that tends to. He's on the plane every weekend. You're gonna start, taking videos of you opening the hotel door and everything. You're gonna have to do that now. You hot commodity right now.
Yeah, man. I can't. Yeah, man. I gotta make it happen, man. Like you said, slow feet don't eat, man. So you got to move on to, you got to be funky as your last cut, man.
Oh yeah, that's it.
All right. With that, I think we out. I think we'll do better next time. We'll try to do better next time. Hopefully no errors this one. All right, we out. USA.